that um, recording on soprano. So let us begin first with the introduction to music theory and the sheet music reading. So I am Mr. Buscanobe Medes, a pianist, a choral accompanist, and an assistant conductor. So on slide 2, this is my credentials as here are my composition in a systematic manner in order to distribute this and disseminate this to every other musicians on hand. So let's move on. Fundamentals and the elements of music. So I'm going to start first with the pitch. So pitch is defined as the how high or how low the higher pitch is, of course, this note, and the lower pitch is this note. Another example, known also identify it as a song syllables: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, like that. And then it is also represented by lines and spaces. As you can see, the G clef and the F clef is also supported by a brace, so it means you play it together. So each note on the line is part, on the second part, and this third part, and that is what we call, and what is also known as the octaves. Specifically the, I think, second. This is third. This is fourth. This is fifth. This is sixth, and so on and so forth. The music fast, or you will play it slow. This on the specific sheet music later. So here are some of the common things that we utilize in order to express on how should we play the music. Is it fast or of my arrangement, and the tempo is located on the specific sections, and it can be also seen on the very first part of on the very first measure of the sheet music as well. So the bigger the gestures, that means that the sound is grandeur and loud, and the softer it is, the smaller the gesture is. It means that it's a B, P, M, F, and F, F. That's that motherfucker, okay? So I'm going to show you what these letters means. So it is also part of dynamics, and that is what we call crescendo and decrescendo. So crescendo is gradually loudening from soft to loud. That's why it's part of the beat. So note and rest and it's one part of the beat. You may notice on the notes that the more we add a feature to a certain note, except for the dot, the value of it. So let us learn the anatomy of a note. So um, we have certain parts of the note in which will lead us to indicate or distinguish whole note, which means you play the note in a 4 beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which it also means it becomes half note, which is 2 beat. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. That's 4 beats. So it means that 1/4 note is equal to 1 beat. So yeah, so it plays like, we added some flag on a quarter note, which makes it an eighth note, and then since our quarter note is one note, which is 1/4 of the beat. So the measure is the container of notes, rest, and beats. And here are some of the common time signatures that we use. We have the 4/4, 3/4, 2/4, and 6/8, and it states the amount of beats that are inside a measure. For example, let us let us first decide our certain piece is 4/4. So it means that every measure is 4 beats separated by bar line, 4 beats separated by bar line, and so on and so forth. So arrangement that I made a few months ago, which is presented on the screen, and the time signature is presented here. We also have common time and more. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, or the C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And the black keys, which is also known. So here is the middle C. This is a diagram of the middle C. So it is the middle section of the 88 key piano. So if you have 88 keys like me, so the middle C should be here. The the natural, the sharp, and the flat, the accidentals that we are called. So the naturals, which is the whole tone, um, but in a sense that you are using sharps and flats on a certain measure. Sharp is one semitone higher or half step higher than a certain note. So for is in a C major or C sharp major or D major, and so on and so forth. That's E flat major, E major, F major, F sharp major, G major, and so on and so forth. If it is major, minor, minor, um, diminished or augmented, because it is one semitone higher than the C, and it is also called D flat because it is one semitone lower than the note D, and it applies to all of the black keys on the piano. Specific letters, so we use it as every good boy does fine, and the spaces will be phase, which is F A C E, B D F and A, and the spaces is A C B G of the treble and the bass clef. So as you can see, I have pointed an arrow on the middle C. We add ledger lines in order for us to identify if the note is on the line or a space. And this will help us identify the note in a much more systematically, and if that would be 2 beats, so 1 2, because it has time. It leads the note on the another note without repeating the note itself. It's just by extending its playing as well. We have legato here, which means play the note in a connected manner, so it will be like this, like that. Staccato, which means you play the note in a jumpy or a, what do you call it, splitting manner. So it is disconnected. So it's like sol, la, si, do. Accent means that you have to play the note in a louder and more distinct manner than the rest manner. So like that. And some bordens. Moving on. So this is what we call the grand stack. So we will be tackling it. Um, Let us start first from left right. So we have the brace here, which connects two staffs together, which is the treble clef and the bass clef. We have tackled that earlier. The key signature, the time signature, and this thing, the feature on the down or the lowest part, is what we call, that looks like a word Leo, but it is actually ped, which means you press the pedal or the sustain pedal, which is down here. So it means that the note will be prolonged on a certain period of time. As you can see, and then we have a measures, which we have tackled earlier, which corresponds to a which is the container of notes, but it must satisfy the numerator on the time signature, or the top number of the time signature. And we have the ending double bar line, as well as, and the measures are separated by the bar line. And we have on the top here, we have the fermata symbol. It means that it is up to the pianist, composer, or the conductor whether he or she will stop the note. So it will be prolonged for a certain time that the conductor wants, and then when he signals cut, then that's the only time that the music or the singers or the accompaniment will be discussed soon. So here you are, and I think that would be it. So thank you for listening to my short discussion, and